Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my January wrap up, and as you can see, it's very much casual. It's very much a little bit vlog style. Excuse this because I honestly truly did not feel like putting on makeup. This mascara is from yesterday. Yeah, so that's how you know I was being bad yesterday, because I didn't take my makeup off. But yesterday I only had eyebrows and mascara, and this morning I took off my eyebrows and did them again this morning. So as long as it wasn't like a full face, even though you shouldn't sleep with no makeup on your face, don't follow my actions, okay? My poor lashes are probably gonna brittle and die. No, but I also didn't honestly truly feel like putting on makeup. Girl, I don't even have earrings on. I just noticed. Wow, we really out here looking ratchet as hell. But it's okay. I am finishing up some reading vlogs that I want to post for you guys, but I still haven't filmed my second half of my January wrap up. I did read about 11 books in the last half of January, so let's talk about them. Some of these I'm not going to go into too much detail because I, one, already have reading vlogs up for them, or two, I will be having reading vlogs up for them. So let's just jump right into it. First one is King of Wrath by Huang. I ended up giving this a 4.5 stars. I truly did love this book. This is Huang's by far her best book yet, and I think I'm going to love this Kings of Sin, is that what it's called, a series that she's doing. I can't wait for the second book. You know that I loved it truly because I want to get the physical copy, and you guys know that if it's not a 5-star, then usually I don't get it, or if it's like 4 stars, it's sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't, so it's really up in the air with it. But I love this one so much. It wasn't truly a 5-star because honestly there wasn't really anything wrong with the book. It just didn't feel like a 5-star feel for me, so that's why it wasn't a 5-star, but it is a 4.5, and I just rounded it down to a 4 on Goodreads. That's all that I will say, because I do have a reading vlog going up where I did read this book in that vlog, so I don't want to say too much. Just know that I loved the book. I loved Dawne and I loved Vivian, and I loved them together, so definitely if you haven't read it, for sure read it. Also, don't mind the hood rat shit background. I have paint samples up here because I'm trying to choose a color for some wall art that I want to do, so just bear with me. The second book that I read was The Wicked King by Holly Black. This one I gave 5 stars. I gave this whole series 5 stars, and you would know that if you guys watched my Folk of the Air, The Cruel Prince trilogy reading vlog, which I will link up in the cards if you haven't watched it already. I did read The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing, and How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories. I read all of the books in there. I also read the novella, but I forgot to talk about it in my reading vlog. You guys know how I felt about the novella if you watched my first part of my January wrap up. So not gonna go into too much depth. Again, I did read The Queen of Nothing, which is another book that I have here on my list. Loved it, 5 stars. Then I read A Brat for the Mountain Giant by Elena Dawne. Now, I won't lie, I did see this recommendation on TikTok while I was scrolling, and I was sold immediately, and I picked it up and I read it, and it was a novella. It was very smutty, okay? It's basically about this girl that she has this curse put upon her and her family, essentially. But this is her love story. We will get to her sister here in a second. But she's cursed to basically be in heat 24/7, and she falls for this mountain giant that is her sister's husband's brother, and he's huge. So if you guys like size difference for your little trope, little smutty good old time, that's what, you know, gets ya, this is the one for you. It is descriptive, it is smutty, there's a lot of back and forth sexual tension, there's a lot of her trying to get with him, and he's very resistant, but he is equally just as much pining for her, and there's just so many cute scenes, but it's also very hot. I gave it 3 stars. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't a 4-star though. Then I read The Mountain Man Sugar Shack, which is the sister's story. So again, we have this curse where the sister is always in heat, and she falls for the guy that is the brother from the other sister. So 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and this is the one about the oldest sister. She has the curse, and she had met the hero back when they were doing a like academic competition. He's like super smart, very nerdy guy. There's a size difference as well, and the thing with these 2 novellas is that the sisters' curses ignite when they meet the one. So it's kind of like also fated mates, but their curse is still going because they don't meet their person from the get-go. Like with a Brat for the Mountain Man, she saw him on TV fighting because he used to be a boxer, and that triggered her heat. And then with the sister in this book, in the Sugar Shack, she met him through this academic like competition, and it instantly flipped her thing, and she thought that he was so innocent and that she was too much for him essentially. So she like runs away with her family, and she's just been trying to kind of survive. They finally meet again in this small mountain, and the hero has always wanted the heroine. Even back then in the academic championship, he just literally lost because he couldn't stop staring at her. And it was very cute, very enjoyable, equally as smutty. Their dirty talk. It was just a good time. It was a good time, and I'm finding that Elena Dawne is a one for me. Not all her books, but I really liked these two, and I thought the premise was very interesting. So I recommend if you guys want a smutty good old time. I did read Mountain Santa's Naughty List by Elena Dawne. I actually DNF'd this, so I gave it 2 stars. Not because it was bad, but at some point I had lost interest, and some of her characters, like the main heroine in this book, I want to say she like rubbed me the wrong way. Like I wasn't connecting to her, and I mean, we don't need a lot of connection in these smutty novellas, right? But I wasn't in it. Like I lost interest, so I DNF'd it because why would I DNF'd it thinking that I was gonna just finish it some other day, but I just never did. So I don't know. I just lost interest. It could be for you though, and it's a holiday smutty novella, which if you can read holiday novellas any time of the year, then maybe pick this one up. This one's a little kinky. This one is Santa. I think just the verbiage in this one, just the way that the heroine talked, and as well as the hero, like I just something about it didn't click, and so I lost interest. But so it was 2 stars for me. Then I read From the Embers by Martinez. This was actually the second book club pick for my book club that I'm in with my book besties. This one is a novella because it's less than 300 pages. It's a longer novella than most. It's like less than 300 pages. It's like 200 and something. And I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. I'm pretty sure it was 3.5, or was it just 3? No, yeah. I gave it 3.5. I was interested in this one because I like Martinez's writing. She writes a lot of emotional, short, longer length novellas, because I haven't read a book by her that's more than 300 pages, so there's that. But I love her fighting series, the Fighting Solitude, the Fighting Silence, and there's this other one, Fighting Shadows, I believe. Those I am liking. I mean, I haven't read the 3rd book, so I don't know why I even mentioned Fighting Solitude. I haven't read that one. But basis is that I've read Martinez before, so I was excited to read this one, especially because the premise is that our hero saves his best friend's wife. He has this dinner, the hero and his wife, and the wife's best friend and her husband. I really wish I could remember the names for y'all, but I really can't. They're having this dinner, they're playing a game, and then the house catches on fire. And the hero wakes up during this fire that is happening, and he can't see, there's too much smoke, and he is looking for his wife. And he feels her, he picks her up, and he goes out, okay? And he runs into the other bodies, but he's like, I'll come back and get you because I can only get one person at a time. So he goes out, but when he steps out, there's like another explosion in the house, and he's like, oh fuck. And then he looks down and he sees the woman that he's carrying, and it's not his wife. So tell me, does that not sound good or what? Because I was like, oh my god, like he saved the wrong wife, like how tragic. And then now the hero and the heroine have to heal, have to kind of move in together so that they could support the children, because both couples had children, so they kind of have to come together through this devastating situation and be there for the kids, but also being there for each other. And during this, they kind of fall in love with each other. And the plot twist, I didn't guess the plot twist. I probably could have if I was thinking real hard, but I wasn't. I think I was just kind of enjoying the progression of the story. It wasn't exactly 4 stars just because there was some things about it that I didn't love, and it wasn't a 5-star because it wasn't perfection. So it's very much giving 3.5 stars, but I rounded it down to a 3-star because I did enjoy the read. The plot twist was crazy. I was instantly angry, I was like, absolutely not. And I do love how the hero and the heroine slowly fall in love with each other, and then when they find out the stuff that happened, they like kind of grow even closer together, and they're there for each other, and it's just kind of beautiful what can come out of a tragedy. So I enjoyed it. Do I recommend it? Yeah. if it sounds interesting to you. Yeah, it was good. It was a good book club pick. Again, another book that I read was How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories. This one I gave 5 stars as well, but again, like I said, I already read it. I read it for that reading vlog, so I will link it again. But after that, I read Balance by Lucia Franco, which I also have a reading vlog for, which I will link in the card for you guys to watch. I thought that reading vlog really went well, as in like the way my thoughts and feelings were, and like my synopsis and review at the end. I thought it was good. But I did give this book 2 stars. I gave it 2.5, but I rounded it down to a 2 because it wasn't a 3, y'all. It really wasn't. I was very disappointed in this book, and I go into much more detail in my reading vlog, so check that out if you haven't. I really wanted to love this book. I was loving it at the beginning, but the more I read, the more I disliked it, and the ending of the book didn't make me want to pick up the second book, and I predicted what happens at the end of the second book, so it doesn't make me want to read it anymore. Will I ever pick it up again? Who knows? Maybe next year, maybe later this year, maybe for a vlog where I retry series, maybe, because there's a series, there's the Balance series, and there's the Tattered and Torn. And the Tattered and Torn series by Catherine Cowles. Those 2 are very hype, and I didn't continue and don't have any plan of continuing. So maybe I can do a reading vlog. Maybe. If we get another series that I refuse to finish, maybe we can do a reading vlog. But I honestly, if you want to hear a lot more, check out my reading vlog. It was 2 stars. I really wanted to love it, but it really didn't pull through for me. It really didn't. Now, a book that I loved, Veritas by A.L. Woods. So I picked up this book because A.L. Woods will be at a Polycon, I believe, and I will be going to a Polycon. Let me know down below in the comments if you're going to a Polycon, because I feel like a lot of people are not going to a Polycon, but I had already bought my tickets for a Polycon, and I've never been, so I wanted to experience and then therefore come to the conclusion whether I want to keep going or not. So anyways, that's a little random side note. Wow, I have a lot of energy and I'm talking like super fast. I don't know what I'm on. Honestly, I was drinking Red Bull. Could be that. I'm probably very caffeinated. Anyways, I did pick this book up because of that reason. I ended up giving it 5 stars right after I finished it, but the more I sat with it, I knocked it down to a 4.5 and rounded it down to a 4, I believe, on Goodreads. So I loved this book so much. Honestly, I think I loved it so much because I didn't love Balance, so the next book that I picked up, I feel like was just gonna be so much greater than what I had read previously. So I feel like that kind of also played a part in it. This one is about our main heroine. She is like jaded. She has trauma, she is damaged, she is not a perfect heroine, and I loved her. It was giving very much Nesta. And I was just like, I'm here for you, bitch. I understand you, I relate, I connect. I love you so much. So first off, I love her. Her just personality, how boss she is, how she doesn't take any shit. She's a lawyer. I love the way she dresses. I love the way she carries herself. I think the way that she speaks and she thinks is so well done. I'm in love with her. I am in love with her. And then our hero, I am also madly, deeply, and emotionally and deeply, deeply invested. I'm so funny. Anyways, yeah, I love him. So his name is Jordan. I did write a review though. Jordan and Maria. Jordan and Maria, y'all. Jordan, he is just a fine piece of man, I can tell you that. Okay, anyways, we got a backstory on Maria. Like I said, she's giving very much Nesta, and Jordan, he has been through some shit. He is equally as damaged. But Maria and Jordan have a one-night stand, and like I said, Maria, she is jaded. She's a hit it and quit it. She's a one-night stand type of girly. She don't believe in love. She doesn't want to fall in love. Absolutely not. It's not in the cards for her. No. And she has a one-night stand with Jordan, and ever since then, Jordan is like, I need to have more nights with this girl. But she like ghosts him. To find out, they work in the same building because he is also a lawyer. Now, the thing that made this book what it is the banter. He loves to piss her off. He likes when she's angry. He likes to see the emotion on her and like to get her comebacks and like just to poke at her. And I was like, I like that. I do. And it was just the banter. I was laughing out loud. I thoroughly enjoyed my read. Like I really did, you guys. Though, because I thought more of it, I had to bring my reading down because it was not absolute perfection. And it could have been, but it wasn't. This also is my first read by A.L. Woods, and I love her writing. Absolutely. I can't wait to read more of her books. She does not have that many books, I think. Her backlist is not that long. This is an interconnected standalone, but I didn't read the first couple of books for it or like read any more of the books in that universe, and I was totally fine. Like, I didn't miss anything. I wasn't confused. It was so good. But the reason why I didn't get 5 stars, it's because Jordan is also a single dad. You guys know that's why I liked it. You guys know. I do wish we could have gotten more of his daughter, though. I really wish we could have gotten more of Maria and his daughter, because I wanted to see that connection, because he says a lot that his daughter is a big part of his life, and we could see that with him and her, but we didn't really get to see the daughter and Maria. And if he's choosing to spend the rest of his life with Maria, he has to have a good partner that loves his child as well, you know? So I wish we could have seen more of that. I did also feel like the ending was a little bit rushed. I wish we could have gotten like a slower wrap up. I do also think that the hero should have groveled a little bit more. I did think the third act breakup was a little bit stupid, but I know where it came from, so I think it was done well. I didn't mind it when I was reading it. I was just kind of like... you know? But I think it just didn't deter me from loving the book, I guess. So I guess that is a third act breakup done well, because the hero tries so hard with Maria, and he is just so worshipful and just an alpha asshole, but like they connect. They're literally soulmates. You can't tell me otherwise. But I think those are the 2 reasons why I didn't give it a full 5 star. I mean, I did right after I finished it, but sometimes I gotta let books sit. Like, after I finish a book, I'm like, 5 stars. You get a 5 star. You get a 5 star. You get a 5 star. But no, it's like sometimes I need it to sit, and then I need like process it, and then I like fix my ratings. So sometimes if you guys see me give a book 5 stars, just give me a couple days. But if it stays a 5 star, that's how you know. Let me see if there was anything else that I wanted to say. Oh, I also thought the plot with Dougie was overrated. I didn't like that. It felt very kind of almost love triangle-y, but not. It wasn't a love triangle. Like, she wasn't fighting for this other man's attention. It just felt like Dougie was a block in the relationship. And also, what the fuck kind of name is Dougie? Like, I get Doug, but like Dougie? Are you serious? Are you serious? A.L. Woods, please let me know what you were thinking. And that was it about that. Last book that I read in the month of January was Saint. Yes, I finished it. I finished it January 31st because I told myself that I was going to finish it, that this book was not passing January, because I started this audiobook in December of 2022, and I was like, I'm not letting it pass January 2023. And I loved it. I gave 5 stars. I'm not surprised. I did lag a little bit, but honestly, it was still a 5 star despite that huge ass break that I took, because it didn't take away from the book. This book is beautiful. It's emotional. It does a very good job of portraying mental health. It was funny when it needed to be. It was emotional when it needed to be. It was heartbreaking when it needed to be. The smut was good. The smut was it was just like so emotionally charged, and I just loved it. I loved it so much. I love Aiden. I love Elijah. It's very much second chance romance. The hero, one of the heroes, Elijah, he pulls up to Aiden's monastery because he's becoming a monk. He left Elijah one night when it was very, very dark place for him that night, and he got a message from who knows who, and he looked it up in the Bible. This is very much God related. It talks a lot about God and faith and all of that. So he gets a text, he looks it up on the Bible, and he just has this resounding belief that he needs to become a monk to save himself. And honestly, at this point, it's like you do what you have to do to survive. And he leaves Elijah one night with no explanation, nothing, and he just leaves and he becomes a monk. Fast forward, I can't remember how many years, I think maybe 2 or 3 or 5, girl, who knows. Aiden is completely different. You could just tell the difference between him back then and him now. He's a lot more calm, serene, comfortable within himself. He is just more deeply connected, and you get to see that, and I thought that was so beautiful. He is just a little bit more of a shy boy. Such a good boy. And then Elijah pulls up and they see each other again for the first time in a long time, and Elijah is married. It's very angsty. There's so much tension and there's just so much heartbreak on Elijah's side, on Aiden's side. But the minute that Elijah pulls up, Aiden knows that he's never stopped loving him. They are each other's end game and they are soulmates. I truly believe that. And Sierra Simone's writing is just top tier. There's nothing of hers that I will not read and probably give 5 stars. I just love the way that she writes. I don't know how she can can come up with these words and put them on paper. Like, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. If I had to rank the series, now that we're here talking about it, I would have to say I read Priest so long ago, y'all, and I read Sinner so long ago. But if I had to rank them, my top one is still Sinner. Listen, Sean Bell. Then it would be Saint, and then it would be Priest. But I do kind of have to reread Priest, because I do believe that I gave it 5 stars the first time I read it, but then the more I thought about it, I think I put my rating down to a 4. Sinner is a 5-star for me, and Saint is a 5-star for me. Please check trigger warnings for Saint. It's just done so beautifully, but it does have a big trigger warning for mental health. So also, I will say, last thing I will say, the smut was really good. There was a lot of role playing, which I was not expecting, and a chastity belt, which I also was not expecting, but I didn't know about. But I did not expect it, but I didn't know about it because people were talking about it. But it was so good. 5 stars. That is the last book that I read in the month of January. I feel like this video was all over the place. I had a good month in January. I had a lot of good reads. I had a lot of disappointing reads, but that's okay. I'm excited for what kind of reads February has in store for me. Stay tuned to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, wait a goddamn second. I did want to say that in this video, I want to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway for having 500 subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you guys, literally, to every single one of you who is subscribed to me. I might lose a subscriber here and there and not be at 500 anymore, but I am at 500 as we speak. So I do want to do a giveaway and give back to you guys. You guys have supported me through the beginning of my channel. You guys are amazing. You guys are my book besties. I love you guys. You guys are here to listen to me rant, to give my review and my opinions, and you guys are here for it. And I love when you guys comment, and I love when you guys show your support. So I want to give back to you guys. I know 500 not be a lot to you guys, but it's a huge milestone for me, especially because my 1 year on YouTube is coming up here soon, I think in June, and I'm already at 500. Like, I didn't ever think that I was even gonna reach 100, you guys. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Let's comment a purple heart for Saint and a clapping emoji because I finished it, and also make sure you guys comment your IG handle so that way I have a form of contact for you guys. And basically what you guys will be winning is a book off of your Amazon wish list. Make sure you leave your IG handle because that's how I will be contacting you. Make sure you're following me on IG as well. That way I can message you, get your Amazon wish list from there. But don't leave any comments about a giveaway. Just leave your IG handle with the purple heart and the clapping emoji, and I will do a random randomizer thing and record it for you guys so you guys know that it's fair. But yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, you got to the giveaway part, which is exciting. I'm trying to think. I've never done a giveaway before, so hopefully this goes well. I will choose a winner next Friday. So this video is going up Friday the 10th. Shout out Powerless. Powerless is out. I will be reading that. But I will be choosing a winner the following Friday. It would be the 17th. So video goes up on the 10th. I will be choosing a winner on the 17th just so we can get all of my true subscribers be entered for a chance to win. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Again, thank you guys so much for your support, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.